The Earthans and the Jupitans by Stacy
and Josephine.
Chapter 1. On the planet Earth, there were 4 popular chefs: Max, Eric, Bob, and Tom. They were famous for the recipes they made. Their main ingredients were eggs. Their recipes were never special without eggs, so they used it for every recipe they made. One day, the chefs were setting up their ingredients for their new recipe. They saw that they had run out of eggs, so they went to the supermarket, and they saw that there were no eggs either. In fact, there were no more eggs left in the entire Earth. The chefs were shocked and upset, so they decided to go to Uranus. When they arrived, the chefs were disappointed as the Uranians had no eggs at all. Next, they went to Venus, but they had only really spicy eggs, which they enjoyed. The Earthans would have died if they ate those types of eggs. They were so sad. Was there any hope? But they didn't give up. They went to Saturn. The Saturnans had eggs, but they weren't eggs for cooking. They were dragon eggs.
Next, they went to Mercury.
They had no eggs at all. The chefs still didn't give up. They went to Neptune. They had eggs that were much too salty for them to handle. Their only hope now was Mars and Jupiter. They did not know if they would ever find eggs that were just ripened enough for anyone. They thought this would be the end.
They went to Mars,
Fingers crossed tightly. The Martians ate rotten eggs? Ew! Gross! The chefs already knew that there was no hope anymore and were about to go back to Earth with their bad news when they saw something so delicious. Eggs! It came from the planet Jupiter. The chefs were so excited, they hurried into the rocket ship and zoomed so fast they got into Jupiter in a flash. Whoosh! When they arrived, the smell got stronger and they licked their lips. Yummy! They traveled all over Jupiter to find the king. They noticed that no one seemed to be smiling or laughing. It looked as if they had no emotions at all. Everyone everywhere seemed bored and quiet. Bob felt awkward just looking at all these sad, idle people who were supposed to be happy and excited that they had everything. Finally, they got to the king's palace. First of all, they bowed down to him. He looked so bored, just like the people. Even when he was king, he wasn't cheerful, not smiling. We are so sorry, Your Majesty. We are here to praise you for the wonderful eggs you have on your planet. We have come to
Speak! I don't have all day.
The king demanded. Oh yes, indeed. We would like to take some that is if you don't mind.
Absolutely not. Get out of my palace now.
I said out of my palace now. But
no exceptions. Out now.
Why are you so grumpy? Bob screamed out of anger. Then there was silence. I am sorry, Your
What are you offering?
Chapter 2. Thank you, Your Highness. You will see what we are offering. This really means a lot to us and our people. They already knew what they were offering. They left grinning from ear to ear. They were so glad. They hugged each other, but they did not know what was going to become of the Earth.
They decided they would gather all the money from Earth and offer that to the king of Jupiter.
The next day, Bob, Eric, Max, and Tom went into their rocket ship and zoomed to Jupiter, satisfied with their offer.
When they reached their destination, everyone still wasn't happy. All bored.
Tom and Bob carried chests full of cash, one by one, because they were too big and heavy. We have brought in our offer. These chests contain uncountable cash, they all boasted confidently. I will have to turn it down, I'm afraid. Our type of cash is quite different from yours, you see, and we have more than enough, thank you. Bob's grin turned into a frown. He was furious. Then he said, I declare war. If our planet Earth wins, which I know we will, we take over your planet and you all surrender.
But if you win, we will never disturb you again. Deal?
Deal. The chefs left and came back the next day with soldiers armed with weapons, swords, knives, guns, snipers. They also had armor all over. They looked ready. Everyone also had space helmets on, so they could breathe. Then the Jupitans all marched out of their planet, also ready for war.
They were in armor and weapons, but everyone's face expressions didn't look as if they were ready.
The Uranians, Venus,
Saturnans, Martians,
Mercurians, and the Neptunians stood there to watch. Then the war. They charged at each other violently. This was such a dreadful sight. The crowd gasped and yelled. They fought viciously, snipers shooting, swords slashing, iron armor and shields clanking and clattering, noise everywhere. The universe was shaking. Nobody cared. It was tragic. Then the war was over at last. But the winner of the war was the
Jupitans.
There was a problem though.
So the Jupitans
Certainly weren't pleased with
themselves.
this. Was very, very strange. The Earthans traveled back to their planet ashamed and disappointed. They knew they would have to manage without eggs. Everyone was really eager to know what was going on, and they wanted to be updated on which planet was victorious. The next day, the chefs announced the bad news on daily recipe updates. Breaking news! This is Holly Hugh, and we have updates from our best chefs on Earth: Max Jules, Bob Huvera, Tom Gore, and Eric Vaughn. Today we are live because they are going to tell us all that had happened. We will need everyone's help. They smiled at each other. I guess that is all. Stay tuned for any other new updates. Then the live update was over. Everyone kept wondering what this was all about. When the chefs got home, they started writing letters to all the builders saying, from Max Jules, Tom Gore, Eric Vaughn, and Bob Huvera.
We are sending the same letters to all builders. If you know any builders around, contact them. Or if you are a builder, then come to this address:
42 Bushbell, Chillington Road. We will be waiting. They sent this letter to California, then printed it off 195,000 times for all the countries. 1,000 letters for each country. In only just a few days, over 200,000 people were waiting to come in. Everyone was willing to do anything to eat eggs again. Alright everybody, listen up. They told everyone how the Jupitans looked so idle. All the builders worked very hard for days and put together a whole playground. You all should be proud of your fantastic job you have done. Go home and rest while we go deliver this to the Jupitans. Everyone left and the chefs set off.
When the king's chefs got to Jupiter, the king was about to send them out when he saw that they had brought
what they had brought. They explained that equipment for a playground. Then he asked, is all of this for us? Bob said, yes, of course, your highness. Then he said, his first emotion. Then he smiled. His first emotion. Then he felt love. His second. Everyone in the palace were astonished. That was your first emotion. Everyone was astonished. The king was smiling for the first time ever. The chefs knew that everyone was going to be joyful. The kings and the chefs set up the playground on a large plot. And then people started coming. Soon there was an enormous crowd, then cheering and a smile on everyone's face. No one looked idle anymore.
Everyone was high spirits, joyful
And excited. Then people started playing on it. They were enjoying themselves for the first time. Some people were on the slides, some were on the swings, and some were playing in the water fountain. Some kids were on the monkey bars, some were on a bouncing castle, some were on the bench relaxing, some were having picnics, some were buying ice creams. For once, they were having fun in their lives. The king was delighted, and he announced, "You can have as much eggs as you desire. Thank you for making my people happy." The Jupitans were happy, and the Earthans as well. When the chefs returned, everyone cheered, and the amazing news was shared. It spread all over the earth. Everyone ate eggs
Again!
The end. Stacy Eva Original Stories and Songs. Bye!